welcome to this World of Tanks First Impressions video. My name, as always, is Maxwell, and today we are taking a look at the T71, which is the new Tier 7 American light tank. So, first off the bat, it's very reminiscent of the French tanks, and that is because it has the same design of turret and auto-loading gun. So, as you can see there, it has a magazine which holds 6 rounds. So, since we're already talking about the turret and the auto-loader, how does the gun stack up? For its tier being tier 7, it's a pretty good gun. Its reload time is slightly longer than the 1375, but considerably shorter than the 1390, and I would rate this gun just under the power of the 1390's auto-loading gun. It's more powerful than the 1375, I'm fairly sure. To be honest, I haven't quite looked at the stats to actually compare the numbers, but it feels like it is more powerful. How does the tank handle? It's got a decent top speed and it's got pretty good acceleration. I would actually rate it as average for a light tank, so looking at the tier 4s and the tier 5s. When it comes to manoeuvrability, when it's travelling slowly or at a stop, the tank traverses and turns very quickly and has good manoeuvrability. But when travelling at a decent speed, at high speeds, it has a very wide turning circle. And oh, managed to miss the other T71 there, so I'm just going to focus on the side of his turret and try and take him out.
Enemy armor is destroyed. Track hit.
So yeah, but when travelling at speed, the tank hasn't got the best manoeuvrability. It's got quite a wide turning circle, and you need to take that into account when manoeuvring. Just you'll have to bear with me a little bit because this is obviously the test server, so it's fairly laggy, so you may see me crash quite a few times during this this video, as the lag was fairly bad at the time. So as you can see, gun reloads fairly quickly. The tank feels fairly tough. It's able to take a beating. It's not going to score many ricochets and glancing hits, but that's just due to it being a light tank and having fairly poor armour. But as you can see, it has fairly large and exposed tracks, which means that the chances of you getting a 0 damage critical absorbed by your tracks is fairly high. So the way you want to play this tank just is like the other light tanks with auto loaders, and play it like a flanker.
We nailed them back.
And try and get around behind the enemy and do some damage from where they are not expecting you. So you do your damage, empty your magazine, and then get the hell out of there while it's reloading. And while reloading, what you need to do is just do what I'm doing here, and just either give the other tank the run around, try not to crash into buildings, give the other tank the run around while you're reloading, or just leave entirely and circle yourself around and then come back in later for the kill. As you can see, just giving that guy the run around and circling around until the gun has reloaded, and then try and come at him from behind. So yeah, so this tank should definitely be played as more of a flanker, and you need to get behind the enemy and come at them from the sides and really attack them from where you're not expecting, from where they're not expecting, and then fall back and give your gun a chance to reload, or just circle around and give them the run around until your gun's reloaded. Final impressions of this tank: I probably won't favour it over the Chaffee. I probably will buy it, but I won't use it as often as I use the Chaffee, as I still think that's probably the greatest of the scout tanks. It's certainly my favourite. As you'll see from this little clip though, this tank is capable of actually taking a bit of a beating, having a decent HP pool of 840. Unfortunately, as you see there, it's pretty easy to lose your track. So what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to get this object 263 to turn around so that one of our other tanks can take him out. I'm probably not going to be able to get in on him myself, so just trying to get him to turn around so that I can come at this AMX from behind.
We've lost half of our engine power.
So once the object has turned around, just charge at the AMX from behind to the sides and able to take him out because he was not expecting you to be there. So yes, final thoughts for this tank: it's a good all-round tank, but if you've used the 1375 and the 1390 before, then this will be nothing new to you. Then it'll just be par for the course. But probably not going to favour this tank over the Chaffee, as I think all-round the Chaffee is still a better choice for scouting than this tank. This is more of a light dressed up, well, yeah, it's a light that needs to be utilised more as a medium tank, so it needs to be more of a flanker and more of an ambush tank rather than a pure scout. So that's my first impressions of the T71, the new American Tier 7 light tank. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will catch you next time. Incidentally, we'll lose this battle.